Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, Abigail.
This is Journeys and Ambitions with
Jennifer.
Jennifer and Abby.
We're a little tired this morning.
Yeah, tell them why.
We're a little tired. We're talking about title of the show is Center Stage.
Mm.
So we're and we decided to do this the day after, maybe not wisely because you're a little tired. I'm a little tired too.
Mm-hmm.
After your Houston Show Choir performance last night.
Yes.
Why We Sing.
We had our big show, our spring show last night, and it went so well.
It did go well.
She killed it.
She means her.
She means her. We killed it, but I also couldn't see everyone, but I know I killed it. So I'm just hoping that we all killed it. I know we did though. I watched some videos and we did really kill it.
I did post one of my favorites. There was a lot. It was really good. The first act for me was just like, it was so different from your last two shows. I really, really liked it. It was really good.
Yeah.
So one of my favorite was the acapella Coldplay song.
Oh yeah.
I can't think of the song right now, but anyway, I posted it on my TikTok. If anybody follows me on TikTok. Also, if you do see it, please don't comment on my horrible videography skills. I'm self-aware that I'm terrible at it.
Yeah, I'm still going through all the like videos and pictures because I definitely want to do a post, but y'all know me. I can't just like post willy-nilly. I have to have a rhyme and a reason.
Not me. I'm willy-nillying it. I'm Willie Nelsing it.
Post. So I have to like
Can
really.
you say Willie Nelson?
I don't know.
Anyway, can we look? And we made people friends. This show and the Houston Show Choir. Look at our comments.
I know. Brittany and Terry are becoming friends. Brittany said
top commenters, Terry and Brittany met each other at the show last night.
They did. The biggest J&A fans.
Yes, our number one fans.
Our number one fans.
Each other.
We just gave you guys the title of number one J&A
There you go.
fans.
There you go again. We're going to figure out how to give those little things. Anyway, so it was really good.
Yeah.
Check out the video that I posted. Again, don't at me about the quality of it. And the fact that also I did tag the Houston Show Choir. Yes, I'm predominantly focused on this one here. Sorry, I'm her mom. That happens. Yeah, there's a lot of zoom ins on the abs over here.
So what does it have to do with you tagging Houston Show Choir?
It's just if anybody says that, it's mostly you in the video, it's because it was taken by your mother.
Yeah.
I tried to zoom. I zoomed out every now and then to show that there were other people involved.
The girl who does the marketing, she's my friend, so she wouldn't care if she would post me.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, I think she did. I saw something on your story about it.
Anyway, she's got connections with the Houston Show Choir. I know the lead choreographer. I know the marketing. I know all of them. I know
Brittany's on the board.
Brittany's a secretary. I know the secretary girl. I know everybody.
I know people too. And then I was standing in line, and my friend Terry was there, and I was standing in line to get a beverage at the intermission. And the corner of my eye, I thought it was my friend Terry, and so I kind of did like a double take, and then that lady saw me do it, so I didn't want to offend her in any way. So I'm like, I'm sorry. At the corner of my eye, I thought you were my friend. Then Terry.
I did that too. I was first of all, for the show, I don't wear my glasses, so I already can't see very well. And then there was just like so many people. I thought my friend's husband was my stepdad. Not that they look alike at all, but he was just like standing there, and I was like, man is next to me. I don't know that many men. So I was very discombobulated yesterday too, for sure. For sure.
Well, she has the same color hair at about the same height, except this lady had like blue highlights in her hair.
Yeah.
Right. And I was literally about to turn around and be like, Terry, I like the blue. When did you do that?
But it was not Terry. Wrong bitch moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, but then like I said, the lady saw me do it. I was like, I'm so sorry. Like I thought at the corner of my eye, I thought you were my friend. And then she says, she's like something about my daughter's in there. I go, my daughter is too. And then she goes, my daughter, once again, how many people in this show choir?
Like 80 something.
This is just funny though. Cause she goes,
and I know,
she goes, my daughter's the skinny blonde girl. And I don't know why I said, oh, what's her name? And she said her name. And I'm like, oh, I actually do know her.
She's been in your house.
She's been in my house.
Yeah.
I said, oh, my daughter's the one that was next to her in the opening for short brunette girl. So it was kind of funny. I was like, all the people that I'm standing by actually know like how many, 3 people in the choir or whatever.
It was a really good show. I've always really loved performing. I think we've talked about this on the show before too. Like even in like elementary, middle school. Like I loved being on stage. I was in dance, I was in choir, every opportunity to sing, I would sing. And so I'm it's kind of sad. Like I look forward to the performances, but it's kind of sad when it's over because we literally work on these since like January. Like learned the first one we learned was the closer, the celebration.
Mhm.
That was the first thing we learned. So we've been doing that for like, what is that? It's 6 months. You know what I'm saying? And then it's all over in like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
I think I said that to you. I was surprised that you didn't do it more than once.
I mean, there are like smaller performances that we do some of them at.
Yeah, you did the.
Yeah,
the
there
one.
are definitely like smaller performances that we do. But like obviously the big shows where like everybody's involved. It's like the biggest deal. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's kind of sad that it's like over. I mean, and even if we do other performances, it's like, okay, that's done. You know, then I'm going to learn a whole new set of songs, which is exciting. But
it's exciting for me too. Although as a parent, I get semi-irritated in the numbers you aren't in.
I was in most.
You were in most of them, but thank goodness I have Brittany because she was in all the ones you weren't.
Oh yeah.
So I was like,
oh yeah, Brittany. Since I know you're watching, my mom has a bunch of pictures of you. I need to send.
I took a whole bunch.
You did.
I had to focus. I was like,
you're Brittany's biggest fan too.
I might be. Yeah. And then she's like, it was really great because she sang Happy. She sang the solo in Happy.
Yeah.
And so she was right in front of you. So I had both of you. I'm like, this is the mom moment of the year.
Yeah. You know? If y'all don't remember, Brittany was she was a guest on our show. We have another guest coming up also, by the way.
Are we confirmed?
Like 90%.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So maybe we should announce that.
We have another guest coming up. I need to put that together.
The jingle's been delayed due to illness in the jingle writer's family. That is all.
Like the flu. No one has like cancer.
Oh, no. Yeah. Like a virus that has taken a hold of his
I don't want people
household.
Thinking that like
no,
someone's on their deathbed. It's like the flu.
Also, I don't know how much, I can't say too much detail, or I'm not going to yet, but if I even can, I'm a low priority on this man's list of things to do. Mm-hmm. So
but what did I say earlier? I got connections. I got connections with the Houston Show Choir. You got
I've got connections, but I do realize the fact that it's being donated, I hope, makes me at the bottom of the
that's okay
priority list, which I'm fine.
What kind of rush are we in?
We are not.
For our millions of followers and subscribers or thousands.
I'm hoping the jingle puts it over the top.
Yeah. We're grateful for every single one of you.
Absolutely.
All 100 million thousand of you guys.
Hey, it's the what is it called? The power of assumption. No, something like that. You hear that? What is it called?
Speaking mumbo jumbo.
The law of assumption. If you just assume it, like you act like that's true. Like you act like you have.
See, that's kind of how I go. That's my approach to spending money. I spend money like I have it.
I'm not. I mean, same, but I'm not sure that that's how it's supposed to be used. I think you're supposed to like act like you're, a CEO, or act like, how they say like, what do you dress for the job you want or whatever.
Exactly. So I boss people around. You have a problem with it.
Not me. You're never going to be my boss.
No, I'm just saying, but I boss people around because she's a boss. She's a CEO. She's a bad bitch. I should run for president. You have to be 35 for that, right?
Sure.
I should run for president. I don't know. I just feel, not to get political, but I feel like if Donald Trump can be president, I can be president too.
Oh, God. Let's move on.
I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just saying if he can, I can.
Well,
I think I'm just as smart. I'm not a billionaire, but I'm just as smart.
You're female, and we haven't gotten there yet.
That's true. Maybe I'll be the first. Y'all wait and see. I'm running for president.
Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, so really the topic was center stage, which we kind of wanted to talk about. And we're not going to go immediately negative, although there's negative aspects to how you get attention.
Okay.
Right.
So, yeah. That's right. Yeah. Like being the center of attention.
Right. So, and the different ways you go about that and what your motives are. Right. So like, so you like to be on stage, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. That's your talent and you really enjoy doing it. And I really enjoy promoting
solos and being in the front. You know what I'm saying?
I like you being in the front too.
Yeah.
I like to get attention through posting lots of videos of my daughter singing because I get like validation that
But
way.
I feel like in like like because I'm a very like kind of loud person and I'm very like out. I can be out there, I guess. I don't know. I'm not trying to like label myself like that. I think that's how I'm perceived, is what I'm saying. I think a lot of people think that, oh, she loves being the center of attention. She loves being the center.
I think you do. I mean,
can I speak for myself?
Mm.
I was gonna say I don't actually. I think everybody likes attention. Like, you know what I mean? I want to be acknowledged. I want to be recognized. But I actually don't remember, like, I don't know. Like, I just feel
No,
like,
I meant in that way, in your talent way.
yeah.
Not
that's
like not like in your day to day.
That's why I said day to day. I said it in day to day, I think.
You know what? You're getting a little snotty with me this
Because
morning.
I just said that. I'm just saying, in day to day, I think people perceive me as a person who likes to be the center of attention. And like I said, I think I like attention. I think everybody does to a certain degree.
Sure.
But like sometimes when things, like I don't know, we've talked about this before, but like the day I graduated college, that was probably the day I had like the most attention on me, like even more so than any birthday. I felt like there was a lot of like attention and everyone was like in my face and stuff like that. And I enjoyed it, but it was definitely very overwhelming. And like, I even thought, I'm like, okay, when I get married, I do not want like a big wedding with like everybody. Cause like that would overwhelm me. Like, I'm like, I just want a few close people. It doesn't even have to be an all night, all day affair. Like, let's wrap it up. You know what I'm saying?
Save money too.
Yeah. So what I was talking about is more in day to day.
Yeah. Well, I thought that it's funny too, because we all know I've been married twice. The first time I got married in Vegas with some friends there. And then the second time I had the whole wedding thing that I planned for a year and all the things, right? And that was funnish. Kind of. It was fun, but kind of stressful.
It feels good. I think it feels good when, you know, when you're the center of attention in a positive way.
But
right? Like when people are celebrating you.
Kind of though, because then the night before this wedding that we spent all this money on, all this time, people are in town, and we do the rehearsal, which is not even all the people are going to be there, right? And I suddenly got like nauseous, like I can't do, scared, like stage fright, like oh my god, everybody's going to be looking at me. Like that never occurred to me until this moment, right?
They call it being perceived. Like that's what a lot of the kids say on TikTok.
So the day of, right, I'm like freaking out. Like, I can't do it. And you helped out because you threw a tantrum directly before the ceremony. So it actually did help, because then I was like focused on, not now, Abigail. Now is not the time, right? Yeah. And but somebody had told me, you know how like if you give a speech, which I can't even imagine. Like I have stage fright bad, like giving some sort of speech or being in front of a lot of people. So this was kind of like that. And so someone told me, like, look ahead, don't look side to side, look ahead at the man you're about to marry, like laser focus on him and don't look around. Yeah. And that really helped. Although I did stop and look at some point, but then somebody made a face at me and I thought it was funny. Yeah. So it was fine. Like, you know, broke the ice, but it's strange how you can prepare for a moment like that and not think about, well, like you get excited to be the center of attention. And then you're like, oh no, I'm going to be the center of attention.
Well, you know? and then like, that's another thing at like, and we're using weddings because like everyone's been to a wedding, right? So it's easy to like reference, but like, you know, when you invite 500 people to your wedding.
Oh, I don't even know 500.
But hear me out. When you invite 500 people to your wedding, you're also like there's no way all 500 people are like 100% positive about. You're just opening yourself up to more like scrutiny and criticism. In the same way, like with the whole thing of like influencers. Like, yeah, I say all the time, I'm in my influencer era, I want to be an influencer. But like literally, if I had like people, like I don't really care if people like hate on me, call me ugly, whatever. Like, but like people like genuinely like scrutinizing every move you make, every decision you make, every word you say, like that to me is terrifying. Like that's why sometimes I think I back off. So I'm like, I don't want to draw too much attention. I think I'm the type of person where I do that unintentionally because I am loud and sometimes I dress crazy. I don't really anymore. I used to years ago though. And you know, I used to have a lot of piercings and stuff like, so I think I like am drawn to things that do draw attention to me. But then at a certain point, like my like close friends, I only really have like a few close friends because like I don't want to be that person that has like 20 friends in there, because that usually is like people are talking about you. They're saying, oh, well, Abby said this and Abby said, like, girl.
Well, it's funny sometimes, like, well, then there's people I think that just want attention and they don't care if it's negative or positive.
Yeah.
There's a name for those people. I'm not going to say it anyway. But the irony of that is like, if you're, let's just say, not that I haven't been guilty of it, gonna put that right out there.
Yeah.
But if you're somebody who posts a lot of selfies,
yeah,
and they're
sorry, I have something to say. Keep going.
And they're like, mostly for women. I mean, men do it too, but I'm gonna reference women because I am one, right? And they're kind of seductive-y or sultry or you know all the things. Anyway, and you're doing that for attention, right?
Yeah.
And one would think you're doing it for positive attention. But when you do stuff like that, you get just as much negative.
Yeah.
Maybe not necessarily like, okay, let's just say I put out the picture, which I honestly did on Facebook. But I thought it was, anyway, moving on. But you're going to get a lot of the men's. The men's are going to be like, oh my God, you look so pretty. Oh my God, what a great picture. Oh, look at you, blah, blah. The hater ones are going to be the comments you don't get.
Yeah.
Which are all the people like, oh, thirst trap. Like, oh, look at her. She's trying to get attention.
Right. But then there's a fine line of like, you should be able to put yourself out there without thinking about like.
You don't have to look at my stuff if you don't like it.
Yeah. Without thinking about like what people might think. I don't know. I think it social media has made it like really weird where like, normally.
Well, that was going to be my question because, sorry, we didn't have that outlet. Okay. We're going to do the whole generational thing. That's what we're supposed to do.
I just lost my train of thought though, so it's fine. What were you saying?
Just like, is that normal for your generation though? Because you've had social media the entire time. So the whole like putting yourself out there with like photos and that, like, is that just?
Well, what I was going to say is I think that like normally before, like if there wasn't social media, if it wasn't at like what it is right now, like like for instance, my show last night, right? I had some friends outside of my close lifelong friends come to see the show. And then obviously all my friends in choir were there too. And my people at work knew about it. Who else in the world would know that I like had an event last night? You know what I'm saying?
If you didn't have social media?
If I didn't have social media. Right. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm going to go in and do a post of like 10 photos and videos. And like let the world know. And I'm, on Instagram, probably it depends on, sometimes I get more likes, sometimes I don't. But like, the most I get is like 100. So like, let's say I get like 100 likes on it. Now 100 straight, and then some of those are included the people that I like know, that would already know otherwise. But like, that's just how we keep up with each other. Like, I've said this before, like I'm not great at like keeping up with like long distance friends always. Like I'm not the type to like text and be like, what have you been up to? I kind of rely on social media to be like, okay, this is happening. You know what I'm saying? I rely on social media to like keep up with people that I wouldn't otherwise like keep up with as much. I mean, with friends and with strangers too. Like I every like year or two, I'll go through and unfollow a bunch of people from like people that I just don't really actually care to keep up with anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of, I saw the movie about Facebook, but that was originally like a college thing, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it is a good way to like connect with people, but in terms of like putting yourself out there, right? Like I say, I don't really care about likes, and I really don't. It's not going to like the not getting likes isn't going to make me not post something, right? Like I'm not going to be like, oh, well, this didn't get a like. If I want to post something, I'm going to post it, whether it gets likes or not. But after I post something, I do like checking my phone frequently to see who liked it and who commented. And then I analyze, especially on Facebook. And like, yes, I'm such a grandma. I'm on Facebook all the time. But hold on. I'm not done. Okay. Like, I'm like, well, why did this person like it instead of love it? Like, what did they, and you know what I mean? I analyze that.
That's kind of serious.
Yeah.
I guess I do that sometimes. But that's more like if I'm
only if you feel like they're like, if you already have beef with that person, let's say they always love your pictures and then one time they like it, then you're like, well, what's your problem?
I think
I overthink my reactions on Facebook too. Like one time someone said something and I put a laughing, but I was the only person that put a laughing. I was like, let me take that off. I was like, let me put something else. I'm like, maybe it wasn't supposed to be funny. I don't know. I overanalyze my reactions on Facebook.
Now that you say that, if somebody like comments and I love their comment,
you feel like you have to love everybody's comment.
Then I'm like, and then I randomly like somebody's. I'm like, are they gonna look at the others and feel some kind of way?
What about when it's your birthday and you get a million posts and then like you
reply to some and not all of them?
I try to at least acknowledge all of them. Like I'll like them. If it's someone who like literally, those people that you've been Facebook friends with for like 10 years, you don't know this person, you don't talk to them, but they comment happy birthday, no exclamation point, no emoji, nothing. No, hold on. And they do that, you're just getting a like from me. You put minimal effort and so will I. You didn't have to say anything, thank you. So I'm going to acknowledge it. But like, yeah, so.
And this happened, it just depends on how busy I am. But I made a pic collage for all my friends are Geminis, not all of them. A lot of my friends are Geminis. So
Geminis are crazy.
They are. That's why they're my friends. Female. I don't know any male Geminis.
I have some close friends who are Geminis too.
But literally, like all my 1, 2, 3.
But they're not crazy.
Like 5.
But I have dealt with
5. So 5. And then not all of them are local. Anyway.
Yeah.
So I've had just kind of a crazy couple weeks. But then I did the pic collage for one of my friends. Mm-hmm. We happen to have.
So you feel like you have to do it for all of them?
Well, I didn't. But immediately after posting, one of my other Gemini friends was like, really? I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
I knew it. I like knew it as soon as I hit send. I was like, oh.
So y'all know I got my iPad, right? She's right here. I made this cute little collage for a little romantic getaway I'm going on with my boo.
She did.
And so I made it and then I showed my friends, I'm like, look what I made on my iPad. And then immediately they were like, we're going on a little weekend trip. They're like, well, where's our little picture collage thing? Where's our itinerary? And I'm like, bitch, we're still planning it. Like, I don't know.
That was me. Yes. Did I say that? I think I said that too.
No, you may have. I don't know. But
you said you'd make one for my trip.
I already made you one.
Oh shit. I mean, shoot. I mean, really?
I already showed you.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll show you right now.
Oh,
they don't have
you
to
don't
see.
have to do it right now.
No, I'll show you. But yeah, loving my iPad life. Seriously, loving it so much. It's made me who I am today. See, I made you one like that.
Oh yeah.
Not for the trip, but I made you something cute.
I thought like that. I thought you.
Well, no, I made you something cute already. I knew I had to. Otherwise, Jennifer's gonna get her freaking.
I need attention.
Knickers in a twist.
What I did there. I need your attention.
I need my attention.
So back to attention. Mm-hmm. So then there's social media, and I think it's just like that. Is it an instant gratification thing? Maybe. I'm pretty. Rewind. Mm-hmm. I'm a pretty outgoing person. I think sometimes I'm perceived that way as really liking a lot of attention. Mm-hmm. That is really not that true. I think. I don't mind this, but I'm not looking at anybody. Mm-hmm. There could be 1,000 people watching right now or one. I don't really know. You know what I mean? Yeah. So this is fun, but because this is kind of an attention thing, I was super nervous when you first asked me to do it on the Love and Victory show, right? Mm-hmm. Super nervous. Then I did it a couple times. I'm like, this is really fun. You know, and
it is easy when you're not in front of like an actual crowd,
right?
But people are bolder online. So I feel like you're in person, people are way nicer. Like even last night, right? Like at the performance, no one would have come. Even if I messed up really bad, no one would have come up to me like, man, you fucked up. You look stupid. Like no one's going to do that. Right. But if it's online, and it could be the same amount of people, right? Like there was, I think, let's just say like 300 people at the show, right? Mm-hmm. There's 300 people there. No one's going to come up to me and tell me you look stupid. But if there was 300 viewers online,
a lot of those comments.
It could be.
We didn't. Oh, by the way, we didn't do comments today because really, because
you said we weren't going to bring it up.
I know. I brought it up because we just said stuff about comments. I brought it up. Because we had the show last night and we normally kind of do it the night before.
Well, and Abigail does all the work. So Abigail had a busy week. So that's really what it is.
And there's that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're keeping yourself relevant by, no, I'm just kidding. Not relevant, but
Oh, she's
I was gonna
relevant.
say your it's job stability, but you don't get paid. So I don't
Yeah.
know. Anyway, whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, that's the truth of it. Is Abby does it, and she was really busy, so we're not. You actually wanted to cancel the show today because you were
I
tired.
did.
But
I did feel like I didn't have much to say, but a bitch can yap. So yap, yap, yap. Here you go. Here I am.
so thank you, Abby. So I actually like literally 1 minute before we went live,
Oh, I look pretty in that
I
picture.
accidentally cleared.
Did you hear me? I said I look pretty in that picture.
You do. What picture is it? My screensaver?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did look. I had my notes, which I need to get an iPad because I literally deleted my notes.
She's so extra. She had it in this like weird
Shh,
app.
Don't give away my secrets.
I'm not giving. I just said you had it in some weird app.
And
Could have had it in her notes app because guess what? When you accidentally delete something in your notes app, it shows up. You can like go back to recently deleted. I think I've said this before. Watch out for the cloud, y'all. The cloud be saving everything. when they say digital footprint, like nothing is deleted ever.
Not only if you want it to be, because I work in technology and specifically in the cloud.
Uh-huh.
And that shit goes down like daily. It's annoying as well. It's really annoying.
That has nothing to do with what I was talking about.
I'm just saying it's not foolproof.
Okay.
Unless it's shit you don't want out there.
I'm just saying that iCloud, Google, everything saves everything. That's insane.
It does. If you use good or bad, just putting that out there. I remember my friend Karen, who goes and is friends with Terry. She went. I don't know. She said something about her wedding, and I was like, burp, burp, burp. And I go, "Here's all your pictures from your wedding." And she's like, "What?
Well, yeah, you can
They're
search.
on your phone?" And I'm like, "No, girl. I have Google Photos, and you just put keyword wedding, and all the weddings I go to pop up, or I can put October, whatever year she got married.
Yeah.
Boom. Right? She's like, "Shut up." Right?
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, how do I do that? So she downloads it. And I said, now, mind you, it will save everything on your everything.
Every screenshot.
Yeah. So if your screenshots it or it saves it. So if you delete it off your phone, you need to go in there and delete it too.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's so like just a little warning if you're trolling people and taking screenshots, which actually works in my favor. Then I have a record of it forever. But yeah, it does indeed.
Save
or if you have like private personal photos.
Okay.
Just
so
saying,
back to wanting attention.
Yeah.
No, I love attention, actually.
But now we're gonna go like to the negative side of it, kind of.
Okay.
Right.
I feel like we're dead. Said haters.
But I just mean like, do you know anybody? I do, who seeks attention and doesn't have to be positive attention. Like, I feel like positive attention is normal to seek that, right? Normal to say, or and you should be, by the way, proud of yourselves when you've accomplished something. You shouldn't feel like you're bragging or whatever. If you want to say, hey, I had this great show last night. Here's a video. Look how good I did. I think that's fine. Or, hey, I got a promotion at work. Or, hey, I
don't think that's wanting attention. I don't think that's wanting attention.
It could come off that way, but I don't. I think it's. I think
it could come off, but I think it's about how you interact with that person, right? Like, you want to make sure that like, as much as you want to be celebrated, you're celebrating that other person. You know what I'm saying? Right. So like when something positive happens with them, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's always funny when people make a big deal out of their birthday, but then they don't make a big deal out of your birthday or even show up. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I come and do all this stuff for your birthday when you don't even acknowledge mine? And that's just like a silly example or whatever. But I'm not saying anybody's like done that to me. But I'm just saying, like, I think it's about how you also like, do you also give attention? You know what I'm saying?
Right. You don't want to do a tit for tat thing, right? Where you're like, well, you didn't do this for me, so I'm not doing it for you. But if it becomes a pattern,
right?
If it becomes a pattern that, hey, I always go to your house. We always go to where you want to eat. We're always doing what you want to do.
Yeah.
You've never, ever given me a gift. Now I'm getting personal. Anyway, then it'd be, you start to notice that like, I think this is not even.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think for the most part, it's not a bad thing. But do you know people that like seemingly want so much attention, they don't care if it's negative?
Oh, yeah.
Like just do
Oh yeah, for
crazy
sure.
stuff. And I'm not talking about just social media. I mean, like even in person, like just like nasty just to get, or, you know, or pick fights or say, well, I guess it is like haters. Like I'm going to say something crappy
Yeah,
just for that attention, you know, like,
yeah. I mean, even if you, and I can only really think about online, but like people who post like purposefully like negative things or like very like outrageous things or things that they know are going to get them quote unquote like that's a whole thing right now. Like people love to talk about cancel culture or whatever, like, oh, you can't say XYZ, but then people are leaning so far into it that they'll post something outrageous like that would maybe 5 years ago would have like wiped them off the internet, but like now they're posting it, but it's like so extreme that, you know, it's like not serious. It's called trolling, like internet trolling. You know what I'm saying? Like there was this girl, and I need to do more research on it, but there's this girl, and
I saw something on, yeah, I know what you're talking about now. I saw something on Twitter where somebody said something and it got like 1 million views, and then the guy kept going. He was like, yeah, but now I got 1 million views, like admitting
that's not what I'm talking about.
Anyway, no, but he said something outlandish and it just got more and more
Okay.
attention, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was this girl, this like suburban white girl who just said the N-word very like comfortably and posted it online, which like that we all know that that's a thing on the internet that, like, you know, if you say in your personal life that's your business, I don't think people should say it, but that's not what we're talking about. But like if you say in your personal life, but to post it online on TikTok is wild. Like you know the kind of attention you're gonna get when you post that photo. There was also this I talked about it a little bit on the Love and Victory show with Val too. There was this foundation that came out by this brand Euphoria, and they came out with a foundation shade that was literally like
makeup,
dark black, like black, like not dark brown, like quite literally like black. Really? They came out with a foundation, yeah. And a lot of black makeup artists were looking at it and like critiquing it and saying like, this is not a skin tone. This is literally like face paint essentially, right? And so this guy he was Asian, he posted a video of him like putting it on and like being super ignorant. He like used a lot of like very obviously like cancelable things, like, and like posting online and then trying to like play it anyway. Also, what I'm saying is, yes, I think people will purposefully, we were so far into the cancel culture thing like 6 years ago, and we're still in it so much so that when people do it, people don't even really take it serious because they know that you're being stupid. So I'm almost not even going to give you that attention, negative or positive, because that's exactly what you're seeking.
Right.
Like, do you even address it sometimes? Like if something's really bad and offensive, like at what point do you address it? Because sometimes those people just want attention.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can't give it to them because you're just feeding. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like and then there's just little ones. Somebody commented on one of our reels and they just put dumb video.
Dumb. Oh, did you see that on one of our?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Dumb video.
That was funny.
Okay. Thank you for taking the time to write dumb video. Like, why? Why'd you even stop to write that? It's like, okay.
Dumb video.
It wasn't even, well, I am.
It probably was a dumb video, but who cares? Like you watched it and you comment on it. And guess what, bitch? That's engagement. That's attention. So yeah, sometimes online if your bill, and here's the thing. If your bills are getting paid solely by like your views and clicks and comments, that's why people will, a lot of brands sometimes will purposely post like something incorrect, like maybe a very obviously factually incorrect thing.
Oh, so people will comment
or a typo, or they'll pronounce something wrong. Oh. That's like a little trick. So like, it's for people to get those comments because they know that someone's going to be like, oh, you said it. And it's like things that are like very obvious, right? Like, and I can't think of an example right now, but it'll be like things that are like, most people are going to clock that. Yeah.
Interesting.
So that is something people do for attention.
I was going to say, when we were talking about like the likes and the this and the that, I've not really ever been one to really care about that. Until now and doing this. Also, my Facebook is now mostly public. I just post everything public because I post a lot of stuff about this, right? Yeah. And so that's kind of weird for me because it was private, right? I feel like I don't know. I feel like I didn't post this off. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I'll post the clips from this and like 0 likes, like 0 engagement. I don't know if I've just saturated my page with
I think
it,
it's
which is
saturation.
probably what I have done. But I get like, wow, really, friends? Nothing. And then I put a new profile picture and I get like 75 likes. And I'm like,
because people care more about you than what you're up to.
well, I mean, that's cool and everything. But I'm like, I mean, can you just like my little stuff?
But back to the people purposely making errors. So there's this girl that I follow who she does a lot of social media stuff. And I don't think she does. What I'm about to say is like, so when I say like very obvious errors, not things that like are common mistakes, like, you know what I mean? Like random little typos. Like I'm talking
misspelling lose. That's crazy.
That is a very common mistake. So that's not necessarily the type of thing that someone will do to get attention. So there's this girl, and I just want to bring this up just to be petty. I'm not going to say her name, obviously. There's this girl that I know. And she always says, oh, like, you know, and you say like, oh, I would have went to the show with you last night.
Mm-hmm.
So it's would have. WOULD''VE. Would have or would have.
Right.
She always does would of. Would OF.
Oh, she puts it in writing.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. On like I would have or could have. Like she always says would have, could have, which bothers me. Also, but not enough to comment. Hold on, I want to say something else too.
I'm thinking somebody.
Because so Brittany said when she was talking about people wanting attention, negative attention, she said something about last night before the show. I'm going to spill a little tea, but I'm going to keep it really inconspicuous as I can. Okay. There was an individual who tried to call me out without calling me out, without actually saying my name, but everybody knew who this person was referring to, and it was me. And I piped up. I said, oh. This person was like, oh, well, somebody. And I said, it was me. Hi, it was me.
I'm the problem.
It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. I'm not even a Swiftie like that, but that's a good song.
I'm a Swiftie.
Oh, she's a Swiftie.
I am. I love her.
I'm not a Swiftie.
That's like the first time I've said it out loud, but I'm going to admit it. I like her. Anyway, move on. And somebody told me the other night I look like her, which I don't think I do, but I appreciate it. Thank you.
But yes, this individual also has the one who tried to call me out without calling me out has also irked me before, because this person loves to like publicly criticize people rather than being like, hey girl, I think you're going the wrong way on that. It would be it's a very loud, big production. Everybody needs to know. So I already was, not in a good path with this person. Anyways, we'll move on. But anyway, attention seeking, like in not a good way. Like you look bad. You think you look good. She looks good.
I made a little note of what I was going to say when you were talking about the would have,
could have, should have.
Yeah. So I have a coworker who's very good at her job, by the way. Super, super good. Mm-hmm. She's kind of like a robot though. Like she's very impressive email skills. Like good.
Your coworker.
Yes. Current coworker.
Okay.
So she has a very monotone voice too, though. So when like she gives presentations, like
Is
that.
That lady you're always on calls with?
No.
Okay.
Rarely.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, but she's very, very, very good at her job. She's knowledgeable. She knows stuff off the cuff, blah, blah, blah. Right. Mm-hmm. But in a presentation, she says, for all intensive purposes.
It's intense and purposes.
Intensive.
But like sometimes
intensive purposes. And I'm like,
are you ever like typing something really fast though? And you don't even like, it's not like something you maybe say often. And then you're like, I actually don't think that that's right.
Right.
And I've definitely like posted something or sent it out. And I'm like, I don't think that was correct. But sometimes.
Is it a fox paw?
A fox paw. Which got a spam message.
I'm like, she's really just checking her phone. Okay.
Well, no, because I got a spam message. Can I read it? Hello, this is Anna. I apologize for bothering you via text message. Are you looking for a remote job opportunity? No, girl. This is from WhatsApp.
Another one? How many do I need? Yeah. So, attention seeking.
Mm.
What about, and okay, so I get, really, we're just going to stay on the whole social media thing because I feel like that's huge now.
Yeah. I mean,
But
definitely,
how did we get attention back in the day? Like, I feel before it.
you know, and I think about it too, because I was never a big like party girl. I never went to the clubs and stuff like that. And if I do go out, I try to kind of like stick to my corner. Like, you know what I mean? But
Sure.
but then, and you see it mostly in movies. Like I said, I'm not a clubber, but that's just what I see in movies and stuff like that. But like the people who are like standing on the tables and the girls who are like,
I wish I had that much body confidence.
and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, because
Have a good time. Do you?
I have had times like, oh my gosh, there's this one time where I did go out. This was like right before COVID hit, and this, I'm kind of glad COVID hit, because I think I would have been like I think I would have been like a party girl, clubber girl, had COVID not hit, because I was right before COVID. I was going out a lot, and I was in a boot. So
that's right.
and like when it came to, because I do think when you go to clubs and stuff like that, I think a part of it is wanting some attention. You know what I'm saying? What, even if I'm not always saying like you want like someone to hit on you. I'm not saying it's always like romantic or sexual. I think, you know,
Being silly,
you're in the
making
club,
your friends laugh.
Yeah, to make people laugh, or to make friends. And even if you're going with your friends, like the whole thing is to kind of be like, yeah, whatever. Like, you know, everyone's dancing and like cheering each other on, hyping each other up, right? So the whole idea is to kind of get some attention. Anyways, and so when I was going out a lot, I realized like when I did myself up and I wore like a kooky outfit or like a bunch of glitter or a hat, like, and accessorized a lot, people I think were more intimidated by me and would kind of give me dirty looks or just not even really look at me, like purposely ignore me. But so this one night when I went out with the boot, I had a boot on my leg because I broke my big toe. And yes, I needed a boot for that. It was incredibly painful. Anyways, I broke my big toe and I was in a boot, and I was wearing like leggings and like a cropped like hoodie t-shirt thing, and I had like mascara on. That was like all my makeup, right? That was probably one of the most fun nights I had. And I was in a type of vibe where I was like okay with being
in a boot,
the center of attention,
out in a boot,
like life of the party, right? And I like sometimes I like to play that role, but most of the time I do not. Most of the time I want to sit back, have fun here and there, and then sit back again. I don't like to be the person that like everyone is relying on for a good time, which I think, you know, they say life of the party or center of attention, which I don't think that's always a bad thing either, because sometimes people need a person to kind of bring the liveliness.
Sure.
And in certain settings, I'm okay with doing that.
It's usually me.
But so there's, and I'll find the video and maybe I'll post it in the edited version. But like, it's a video of me like doing all sorts of crazy stuff in this boot, and everyone was like, boots, 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 because I was like dancing and like twerking and doing all this. Like and it wasn't like sexy at all. It was very just like outrageous. That's what it was giving.
I don't know why this just reminded me, but this is a very long time ago, before you were born, in my little clubbing days.
Wait, can I wrap up what I said really quick?
Yeah, sorry.
I just want to tie it to what you said about getting attention outside of social media. You can go to environments like that and kind of seek attention in that way. Or just receive it. You may receive it and not be seeking it necessarily too. Right.
So this actually, you know, before all the internet, back in my little small amount of time that I was going to clubs and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And my friend Olga in California is still like literally will bring this up. Elsa and Olga, they're sisters. Anyway, they were, you know, we were really good friends.
You have their social security numbers, phone numbers. Go ahead.
Really? Jerk. Anyway, and right after high school and whatnot, we're going out, and I am 5'10", so I do get some amount of attention no matter what when I go places, right? Just because tall woman. And so anyway, we're on the dance floor and we're dancing, and they literally to this day will bring this up. This clearly was not me trying to get attention, right? But we're dancing on the dance floor, and I had a tag in my shirt, you know, like sew them on the side.
Oh yeah.
And it was like it was driving me crazy. And I'm dancing. All of a sudden I stop. I lift my shirt and I rip the tag out, and I walk over and I put it down. And like a bunch of people started laughing, and they just were like, they will still mention, remember the time on the dance floor when you rip your tag out? Like I was not trying to get attention, but it did. You know?
Yeah. So how do you feel? And then we'll wrap this up, and then we'll go to am I am I the asshole? But how do you feel about like those moments when you are getting attention and you really don't want it? Like, what do you do? Like when you feel like everyone's looking at you, or like people are like, and maybe I'm a narcissist. Maybe I just think people are looking at me or talking to me or whatever, or talking about me or whatever. But like, how do you, in a moment when you feel like you're being perceived too much and you want to back off, like how do you do that?
It's like a catch-22, right?
I will be rude. I'll say, I need to go. Like, I need y'all to leave me alone. I will literally say, I need y'all to leave me alone. I'm going to go be by myself over here.
That's not where I don't think I'm perceiving your question correctly. But I was going to say like, it's a catch-22 because like I like more recently, I think because you are back living with me as an adult, and not evident today, but she can be a little fashionista. Sorry.
She looks cute. This is vintage. What do you mean?
Vintage. Anyway, I remember when you bought it. I was like, oh, yeah. I'm vintage on my own. No, but
keep going. Sorry.
She has inspired me to be a little more purposeful in dressing and hair and makeup and that kind of stuff. Not to an extreme, but kind of already using what I have and that sort of thing. But I have always been jeans and t-shirt. I still am, but I try to at least dress it up with a little bit more. Yeah. Anyway, so, and then more lately, I've been switching in a little bit of skirts and dresses and stuff, which is completely outside my norm, right? Yeah. But it's kind of fun. So, but it's a catch-22, right? Because like, I like it and I go out and I feel good about myself. But if I walk in somewhere and a bunch of people turn and look at me, I'm like, oh, I didn't want that to happen. Yeah. So which is it? You know what I mean? Do I want people to look at me like, oh, this girl looks good, right? Or not?
Oh my God. So I told you I used to dress kind of kooky, and sometimes I do. I don't know.
Do it for me.
I'm going more like I've kind of been a little more basic these days, just out of comfort. But I remember one time, and there's also a TikTok of this. If you scroll all the way down my TikTok, you'll see I did a little outfit of the day. I was wearing the cutest little outfit. This is when I was starting to get into hats. I was wearing like a sheer mesh turtleneck top with like some really like these, like they were overalls, but they were cute. Like they were fitted overalls. And then I was wearing like a silver chain belt. And then I was wearing a fuzzy cow print hat. My makeup was done. I had sparkles on my face. My hair was did. It was cute, right?
I love that hat.
It's so cute. I looked really cute. My friend was dressed really cute too. We were shopping. This was at San Marcos in the outlets. I went to the H&M at the San Marcos outlets, right?
Are we getting paid by them?
No, because I'm talking shit. So I went in there, and me and my friend are just shopping, right? Keep in mind the store's like not very like, because me and my friend worked in retail at the time, so this is like probably on like a Wednesday afternoon, like just a random day that we had off or whatever, right? So it's not like H&M is popping. It's not busy. The mall ain't popping, right? We're walking around, and there's like nobody around, but this worker comes by with like her little cart of things. I don't know, and she goes, and keep in mind, I'm in like one random aisle. All the aisles around me are empty. Like, and H&M isn't like a maze, right? Like it's literally just like a bunch of racks. So I'm like in a random aisle looking at the racks, and the girl comes by and she goes, "Excuse me." And I move out of her way. And then I was kind of like, I was not in your way. You chose to go down the aisle that I was going down, right? So then me and my friend try on clothes. I don't pay this bitch any mind. I really don't. And then me and my friend go to try on clothes. And then I'm like, and then I'm outside of the dressing room. And I'm like, or I'm walking outside the dressing room, and so the girl and her friend, her little worker friend, are like across from each other, like organizing clothes on like the same rack but opposite, right? And I can see them like they're talking, and then when I walk by, they're silent, and both of their eyes do the thing,
like we can't see your eyes.
Yeah. And then as soon as I walk past them, fucking giggling.
Oh, did I miss the joke?
So you know what I did?
What's the joke?
Similarly to last night where I was like, that was me. I turn around. I don't say a word. I just turn around and I look at them. And then they quickly walk away, both of them, right? So then, and I'm normally not the type of person. And even like, people that I date or whatever, like tell me like people are looking at you, people are looking at them. Like no one's looking at me. Like I really don't think that like I'm getting the attention that I do. And I'm not saying I get attention all the time. I'm just saying there are times where maybe I'm dressed that way, or maybe I'm like being louder than I think I'm being. And I don't realize that like people are looking at me for whatever reason, right? So anyways, so I'm not normally the type of person to be like, oh, those bitches are talking about me, blah, 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 blah. But like, it was so blatantly obvious. First of all, just the rudeness with the excuse me. And then the audacity to kiki as I, like, it was literally, they were chat. I walked by silence, and then giggling. Oh no. So I think I did buy I think I bought a top that day. And then I there was a guy there checking out or whatever. And I'm like walking up and I was like, hi, he was so sweet. And I was very nice to him. And I said, can I get your manager? And you could tell he was scared. He's like, what did I do? And he was like saying all of his thoughts out loud. He goes, oh, am I? And I'm like, you're fine. I said, you're fine. I said, I just want to talk to a manager. So this manager comes out and I tell her, I was like, this little girl, I described her. I was like, her and her friend were laughing at me, talking, and I told her about the little cart. I said she had every which aisle to go through and chose to go through the one I was in and was very rude. And she could have just.
And they're short little aisles, so you can see that someone's in. Yeah.
Right. Like, we're all above. Yeah. The eye level is above.
Right. It's not like Target.
Right. It's not like Target. Right. It's not like Target. So I told her about it anyway. She said she was going to handle it. I know she probably didn't, but it's fine. I'm just saying, to bring it back to the topic of today's show, because we have to do Am I the Asshole next.
Yeah, we have to read some comments too.
To bring it back to the topic of today's show, that girl was a bitch. Anyway.
I don't think that was the topic. I like your conclusion. And to summarize, that girl was a bitch.
She was a bitch. So Tricky Nikki said, I always forget to like on YouTube and I rarely watch closings, so I like when my channels remind me at the beginning of the video. Nice.
Go like it.
Liking.
Yeah.
Well, she probably did since we talked about it. We got 2 likes since then.
Is that? I don't know how that works.
Oh, and then she said, what's a Swiftie? Oh, Taylor.
Yeah.
And then Brittany also said, that's the only Taylor Swift song she likes too. Terry said, my husband uses Facebook as his own journal. He doesn't care whether anyone sees it or comments, but most want attention from it.
So that, I think, like, I've said that before too. Like, that's, remember when you were saying, like, people that, I do the opposite. I keep social media, Facebook predominantly, to keep in touch with people that are of distance, right? I can post all your stuff. My mom, my aunt, my uncle, my friends from high, they can all see it if they choose to.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's funny, kind of what's happened is that you get more interaction from the people that live down the street than you do from those people.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is what it is. But that's initially why because I at one point wanted to just get off social media altogether. I was like, I don't like it. It's making me crazy.
Yeah.
But I liked that I could have one place to kind of put the business that I wanted to share.
Yeah.
You know? Well,
and even like with the whole like close friends or like private story on Snapchat, like it's not really like if I had a true like close friends story, it would literally only have like 5 people in it, and those are if those 5 people, I would just send them a picture, like, you know what I'm saying, like right. Individually. So like the close friends is for like the people you want to see certain things, you know what I'm saying, like
yeah, I'm just gonna message. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like my close friends, I actually just made my close friends on Instagram right now. Just because I like to keep my relationship relatively private. I put in
I was just thinking, my close friends know all my love life or lack thereof drama. But I don't put my stuff out there like that.
So that's why I made a close friends. It's not necessarily, the close friends isn't like people that I see or talk to, even have their phone number, but it is people that I'm okay with knowing about my relationship. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
That's the other thing too. I've since like kind of shut them down, but on Facebook, because I've had the same one for however many years it's been, 2009, I think. I would make albums and date them, but now like they're not visible anymore. I just put only me, but they're still there and I can see them. So I can go like, Abby, you want to see a picture of Christmas from when you were in 9th grade? You know,
yeah.
I have the Google Photos too, but this is a little more organized.
Also, I don't think we have time for Am I the Hassle.
Why? Who said we have to? We have 5 minutes. Go.
I want to be done.
We have 5 minutes. Go.
Oh my God. Am I the asshole for telling my daughter that life isn't high school, and if she was, she would be the loser now? My daughter is 24, Kelly, and my younger daughter is 23, Sarah. Damn, she's giving phone number, social security, address. Damn. Blood type for real.
She's telling a lot about herself. Her
Bank
kids are
information.
1 year apart, and Kelly and Sarah.
I could dox her so hard if I. Anyways,
she got pregnant.
I'm an investigator, so anyways, they both had very different high school experiences. Kelly was very social and in different sports. Sarah was very academic and had a small group of friends. Kelly got a sports scholarship for college, but soon dropped out of college after she failed multiple classes. She basically partied and did her sport and nothing else. Sarah went on to finish her degree and is doing well in life. Kelly has a jealousy issue, and I've talked with her before about it. She is never happy when Sarah has an accomplishment. Today, Sarah told us that she is going on a cruise for her vacation this year. Kelly always wanted to go on a cruise and couldn't afford it with her waiter job. This mom is shady. In the car, she blew up saying Sarah was a loser in high school, so it isn't fair that she has all this now. She went on for a bit when I had enough. I told her that life isn't like high school, and if she was, she would be the loser now. This started an argument. She called me a bitch. I don't think this is
This
real.
is Modern Family.
Is that what happened?
Yeah. Modern Family show. You saw it? You've seen it?
And do you think this person stole it from Modern Family, or you?
Well, it sounds just like it. The older sister's like cute and she's dumb, and then the younger sister's like super smart.
But she never had jealousy. Haley never had jealousy over what's her name.
Oh, so you know the names.
I do. I only know Haley. Anyways. Yeah, I think you're the asshole. Like, well, no. Okay. First of all, Reddit rated it not the asshole. First of all, I don't think this is real. Like, I don't think a real mother posted this about her real daughters. Like, this has to be. That's why when you said Modern Family, I'm like, did they steal this plot from like something else?
I just meant the whole setup. And if she was the loser now. I mean, I would not call my daughter a loser. She has all this now. I don't know. I mean, if she literally told her she was a loser, but then Kelly called her sister. She called her sister.
Yeah, but sisters do that, I think. I mean, I don't have siblings, but sisters do that. I think it's different when the mom gets involved. But also,
she said she went on for quite a bit, and I could see you just finally having enough. Like, quit calling your sister a loser. This is in high school. If it was, now you're the loser. Actually, I don't think she's an asshole.
Okay. I see that. However, comma.
Kelly, and they're adults.
Kelly needs to get it together. Why are you talking about high school? Like, first of all, she says she's 24. I'm 25. My like status in high school has no weight on who I am today. So like and you know how earlier I said when people say like, oh, talk about being perceived, another like common phrase is like peaked in high school. Like, you know, oh, so and so peaked in high school. And it's like, or it's like that person that like,
oh, same actor.
I'm not done.
Married with Children. He always talked about his high school football days. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, it's always the guy who like, you know, thought he was gonna go to the NFL, did nothing else, and then played like didn't even play like college football. Who's just like so
got bald and fat.
Yeah, and is like living in the glory days, or like the girl who won prom queen, who's like a crackhead now, like. And I'm not even talking about anybody I know personally. But I'm just saying, like those tropes, those examples, you know, extreme examples. Anyways, not the asshole. This is Journeys and Ambitions with
Jennifer
and Abigail.
Thanks for coming to Center Stage. Please like and subscribe.
Please
and share.
Like and subscribe. Follow us on all platforms, Journeys and Ambitions, except for Twitter, because Jennifer had to make it complicated. I understand. J_A_radio. Yeah, peace and blessings. Live your life.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.